Oh boy, here we go.
What?
The Leafs lost 3 in a row. They lost every game of the California road trip. I know you're about to scream your face off.
That's what you really think?
Based on some experience, yes.
Oh, okay.
You're not gonna yell and scream?
What for?
Okay, this is how you know it's bad.
Hi, kids!
Victorious puppies! This team is ruining my life. Why do I watch hockey? Stress relief, okay? We can, and we will. Iggy came down here because he could just sense how sad I was. He sensed how sad his dad was. Iggy, what's the purpose of life?
Leafs lose again. 2-1 to the Anaheim Ducks. The real MVP of the California road trip is you, all of you who actually watched this team. It's interesting, I actually have very little to say about this game because it's just like pretty much every other game on this road trip. Defensively and in net, they are better than we've come to expect over the past few months. Offensively, they can't do a thing. They cannot do a single thing. Teams seem to play a relatively simple defensive game against the Leafs once the Leafs get down, and it's over, Johnny. And it certainly doesn't help when early in the game you're allowing goals like this. Now, what will you notice about this picture? Oh, the shots are 2-0 for the Leafs. That's good. Is that a good start to the game? Sure it is, except for this. Hey there, Cody. Welcome back to the lineup there, bud. We got Cece and Rosen. Ooh, I'm dying! This is exactly the sort of thing you would all roast Freddie over an open fire for because it's the first shot of the game, and again, I ask you, Freddie or Jack, whoever the heck is in net, what are they supposed to do? Well, Campbell could have what? Grown a third leg? Oh, the puck took a funny bounce. Yeah, it tends to take a funny bounce when you're standing 10 kilometers in the wilderness. What'd you bring, supplies? You got enough to eat? You brought something to hunt? Did you bring a flint? Because this team feels like it's lost its spark a little bit. And so does this fan base. And this is all I want to talk about in this game. We know what happened. All right, I would say they got goalied, and they did a little bit. Matthews with a preposterous mistake, preposterous giveaway on the second Ducks goal. William Nylander with a Herculean effort to bring the Leafs to within 1. That's it. They got beaten by a bottom-feeding team that frankly looked disinterested in winning. Like the Ducks didn't even look like they were trying. And I'm just watching the Leafs, and I'm reading Twitter, and no one's having a good time. Nobody. And Marner makes $11 million, and I'm mad at him. And Matthews makes a huge giveaway on the game-winning goal. And was Tavares the right choice for captain? And I don't know about this coach. Is he any different from the last guy? And I don't know about this GM. I don't like that he's giving everybody money. Listen, you just stayed up till 1 in the morning and beyond for 3 straight games, 3 out of the past 4 nights, to watch a team you don't like. You don't like them. I know, that sounds like it doesn't make any sense, right? Listen, this team's got to figure it out. They do. I'm more concerned, however, about you. You know you've fallen on hard times when Yelly Screamy Man is worried about your mental health. I've talked about it at different points during this season, and it's never more apparent than when they go on losing streaks. This team, it's so funny. We look at the 2016-17 season, Matthews' rookie season, Marner's rookie season, Nylander and Hyman's glorified rookie season. We look at 2016-17 with nostalgia. Oh, when they had nothing but potential, when we didn't even really expect anything of them. This guy can score 4 goals in one game. He can score 40 goals. They're making the playoffs? None of us thought they were going to make the playoffs. That team was so fun and whimsical, there were no expectations, and the roster was loaded with babies! Actual babies! Like adorable babies, cute and cuddly babies, beautiful babies. But now, everyone seems to be ranting and raving about them like they're babies. Like they're growing up and they're showing you that they know things, and oh my goodness, you couldn't do this before, and then they poop themselves, and you're like, I thought we were past this. I've read. Sorry, most of my friends have kids. You think I yell out of frustration a lot. Oh. Well, Steve, the reason I'm yelling out of frustration right now is this team has 3 players making about $11 million. There's Austin Matthews, who made the giveaway on the game-winning goal. There's John Tavares, who looks defeated all the time now. And Mitch Marner, who just looks like a sad puppy dog and cannot take over a game or dominate anything. Right. Okay. So stop watching. You're done. You don't like the Leafs. What are you doing? I don't like bell peppers. I don't eat them. I hate bell peppers so much that the only circumstance in which I will eat them is if someone donates at least $5,000 to charity, and when I do eat the thing, I gotta do it with a garbage can in front of me because I'm puking. And that sounds like half of you every time you watch a game. So stop. Stop doing things you don't like. How old are you? How much of your life have you spent doing something you don't like? And how much more time are you willing to allocate to that thing you don't like? Forget the word allocate. How much time are you willing to waste? What do you think, you're on this planet forever? Why are you doing something you hate? Why are you watching something you don't even like? Why are you cheering for this team you don't like or care about? Well, obviously I like it. Just shut up, man. Shut up. They lost a few games around. I'm frustrated. You're not frustrated. You never get frustrated. Shut up. Sure. But you don't even like this team. I mean, shut up. Like, what do I have to cheer for? What, because they lost? You want me to cheer that they lost? Here's what I think needs to happen. More than getting creative offensively, more than defensive structure, more than stopping the actual puck in net. This team and this fan base need, like, counseling, like marriage counseling. This team needs the fan base to cheer for it, and this fan base needs a reason to cheer for this team. But the player, like, they seem bummed. They seem genuinely bummed. Like, sad puppy dog eyes. Marner with that comment after the game that the Leafs need to stay off social media. Which, by the way, if you're one of those fans, allegedly, who tags players in comments, or you comment on their posts saying all sorts of terrible things, I wish this was the Harry Potter universe. I could perform a bubblehead charm on you and fill it with farts. But if that's what the team is worried about, I would say that Mitch Marner is absolutely right. Stay off social media and focus on something else. We'll focus on hockey, focus on getting better. We're doing that, Steve. No, not focus on social media or on hockey and getting better and all that. If you think, and I can't help but feel that some Leafs think this, if you think this fan base doesn't care for you, doesn't want to see you win, you haven't been paying attention to the right things. You just went on the California road trip. San Jose, LA, and Anaheim. There were Go Leafs Go chants in all 3 buildings. You get to see Leaf fans in all 3 of those buildings. You get to see Leaf fans in every building you play in, everywhere. There was that girl, wasn't it, Taylor, carrying around a big head of Tyson Barrie, and he knew her by name. This fan base is the largest and greatest in the sport, and perhaps all the sports. You are lucky to play in it. And if you don't like it, fine. Not everybody does. It's not for everybody. If you want to go somewhere else, you do that. You wouldn't be the first to go somewhere else and find success somewhere else and even win somewhere else. But you will not feel the same there. Winning there, wherever there is, will not be the same as winning with the Toronto Maple Leafs. It won't be. Facts. But what about no? Whatever town you were going to say no. Adam brought this up on the podcast and it just made me laugh. Like, what does this team and fan base or whatever need to do for you so that you'll be happy? What are you going to do? Score a goal at home and then go like this, taunting your own fans like Taylor Hall?
Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
Look what you just got in the mail.
Oh my God. I was in the middle of something, love! What was I saying? What was I in the middle of saying? Boy, this really took the fire out of what I was gonna say. Anyway, what are you gonna do? Hold up your ear and taunt the home fans like Taylor Hall? Hate to break it to you, but that dude got traded and still only has 16 goals in 64 games. It's hard to ask for the sun and the moon in the summer when you're a free agent, when you have 5 fewer goals than Zach Hyman in fewer games. It's hard to ask for the sun and the moon in the offseason when you only have 3 more goals than Kasperi Kapanen, who people have been yelling and screaming about for months. Even Salute Gate. Remember all that? The Leafs winning a game on home ice and them pig-headedly being like, you know what? You threw waffles and jerseys. We're not going to salute you. You're paying attention to the wrong people. You're paying attention to the vast minority that would do that, that would throw a jersey onto the ice, that would throw waffles onto the ice, that would send you a mean comment on social media. And you are ignoring the fans who spend thousands of dollars to come see you on the road, to come see you at the ACC, to stand outside of the building for hours and hours with very few porta potties to watch you in a playoff game in the cold, in the rain, in whatever condition. Like, man, I'm going down to Maple Leaf Square. You want to come? Aren't you worried about the coronavirus? Yeah, but it's game 3 and the watch party's sponsored by Purell and you only live once, so let's go! If you're not happy here, if you're not happy with this fan base, if you're not happy with being a Toronto Maple Leaf, speak up. I would hate to see someone be unhappy. It's not fair to you, it's not fair to anybody else. Let's accommodate. I just wish this Leafs team, this Leafs organization, would understand how unbelievably special it would be to win a Stanley Cup in 2020. Nobody knows what that would be like. Not even the remaining alive Leafs from the 60s and 50s who won Stanley Cups. Those guys have no idea what it would be like to win a cup in Toronto right now. The New Jersey Devils won a Stanley Cup with one of the best defensive performances that this league has ever seen, and their Stanley Cup parade was in a parking lot. Listen, the league is as even as it's ever been. Columbus swept Tampa last year. Colorado barely got into the playoffs and damn near did the thing, if it weren't for a botched call in Game 7, in my opinion. Get in and you never know what's going to happen. This Leafs team is capable of more. This team is capable of more definitely when they're healthy and even when they're a little bit banged up. We're wasting all this time talking about what would you change with this forward group and this defensive pair. They got it right now. They have what it takes right now, and I wish they would realize it. I wish everyone would realize it. To be honest, I think the fan base has realized it. That's why everyone's so mad. So to the Leafs, I would say for every reason you have to be mad, you have 10 to be happy and grateful. And to this fan base, for every reason you have to be mad at this team, you gotta decide what you're doing. You gotta decide how you're going to enjoy these games, because you're gonna watch them anyway. I already told you what the solution is if the Leafs make you mad. Stop watching them. If you're gonna keep watching them, though, you gotta figure it out. That's on you. And I will say this, as much as I want the Leafs to play happier and looser, it's not such a bad thing if they go into the playoffs in a bad mood. They've gone in fat and happy too many times. Dare I say lazy. This isn't a bad team just barely getting by. This is a sleeping giant. And the whole hockey world is waiting for them to shout fee, fi, fo, fum. And hopefully, with a little bit of magic, we can erase memories like this. So that's it for me, I think. This was good. Was this productive? I thought it was. I know I asked for questions, but every now and then, I just want to say my piece. I just want to do my rant. Forget the questions on Twitter. Leave a comment in the comment box down below. How do you feel? How do you feel? I want to hear from you. Tell me how you're feeling. So that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you liked this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends that I'm going to be going to the Peterborough Petes game tonight. Sign in books. Get your ticket to that game down below. Pete's game tonight, and don't forget I got some more dates coming up as well. We got that live show in Kingston on April 4th, and a few weekends from now, Windsor. I don't know if you know this, but Windsor's far. Please show up to that. There's going to be lots of books.